think those, who are those from? Taylor?
That doesn't look like
Taylor.
Yeah, those are from Taylor.
Okay, here we are. This is Daryl from Acorn.
Hey, Daryl from Acorn. Just want to say thank you, first week Katrina Corps people. You guys set the bar very high. You not only did you meet it, you exceeded it.
And how many houses did Katrina Corps do?
7 houses.
7 houses.
So the next group has to do 8. Every week we want to do a little bit more.
And you tell me, how do we compare to the other gutting groups?
The most the other groups did was maybe 4. So you guys did almost twice as many.
Fantastic.
And now I get to use that to motivate them.
That's right.
All right.
So Katrina Corps, you're the best. We're going to work with you guys forever.
All right.
Camera like that.
Antoinette, give me a wave. What are you doing?
All right, man, I got to run.
All right.
I need to. All right, I know.
Lord's a real motherfucker, yeah. If you wanna run supper, yeah, yeah. And you lose supper, yeah. Lord's a real motherfucker. One more time. Lord's a real motherfucker, yeah.
We are at our celebration dinner. Having some gumbo with Antoinette. Great music outside.
Quite a week. It's very nice, and we got this.
We gonna do it for the yard, kinda like I know you done. We gonna do that for them. Watch your butt. Cause I know. Judge, did he get away with that one, man? Did he get away with that one? I've been joking. All that tea in China, put it in a brown bag, send it right down the Southern Ocean, drop it in the deep blue sea. Sweetness, that's too low. She's an angel in the first degree, and she's as sweet as too low. Just like honey child, straight from the beat. You can't stop us.
Katrina Corps. Somebody told me I had to be Antoinette Cato, and I did. Then she got me on the radio the next day. Then she said she would make gumbo for us. In the meantime, I got to hear some of her stories, and I asked her if she would tell you hers tonight. And she did. Do you mind?
Hello there. How y'all doing out there?
I forgot to tell one thing. Next week, she's cooking for the White House staff and for Usher and for Katrina Corps.
I'd like to say thanks to all you all for coming down here. And I know you give up your spring break, but trust me, New Orleans needs each and every last one of you all, okay? You all are shining stars far down with us, okay? And we, along with myself, we're going to make sure that you all stay as safe as possible and have a good time and enjoy the real roots of New Orleans, okay? Tonight is just a small portion of what we do here in New Orleans. Have fun after a hard-working job, okay? We have good food, lots of booze, and good music, okay? And it's a pleasure cooking the gumbo for you all, but I can't take all the credit tonight. I had a lot of you all out to my lounge yesterday cleaning shrimp. So where's all my shrimp cleaners at? And it was a good experience cleaning shrimps, okay? But again, let me introduce myself. I am Mrs. Ernie Cato. I am the wife of one New Orleans' finest R&B legend. We lost him in 2001 to cancer, but he's with God right now. And what I do is I keep his name promoted throughout the city and around the world to keep the music alive, because New Orleans has the best music, okay? And just because they go to heaven, we don't lose their music, all right, or their legacy, okay? So if y'all have any questions that you want to ask me, I'll ask you. I'm sorry, I'll answer. But let me tell you, my lounge is up. And it's up because I'm a product of Usher. Usher came to see me when my lounge was down, and he brought it back in memories of Cato. And I volunteer with Hands On Organization. I walked in tonight with a Hands On shirt, and they said, you have the wrong shirt on tonight. That's right. So I agreed. And now that I've met you all, I'll be volunteering with you all too. And sometime I like to invite you all to my lounge to see the history, take pictures, or just have a good time, you know, with some music, good food, or whatever. And most of you all probably don't remember Ernie Cato, but your parents do, because he was known national and international. One of his favorite songs and largest songs was a song called Mother-in-Law. So you can talk to your parents, they'll tell you about that song, okay? But thank God for you all. And just to give you a little history on myself, how I survived the storm. I was in my lounge trapped for 7.5 days, but I have an apartment over my lounge, so I was pretty safe above the water. I had just opened up a food bank called the Ernie Cato Food Bank in the Treme area where I live at. And we spent the last 2 days before the hurricane was supposed to arrive giving out food to everybody. So naturally I had food at my house and lots of water, and I was pretty safe. And I had my mom's sister, my granddaughter, and a tourist with me that didn't have a clue what was going on. And she was kind of nervous and having the lounge. I went downstairs in the water and got a half a gallon of Crown and said, knock yourself out, baby. I'm going to save your life, you know? Yes, sir. I don't have it on me, but stop at the Mother Lounge, I got it. So I got her out by the police boat, and as you all know, I'm a volunteer for my New Orleans Police Department. I does a lot of things to help the police out too. And I got my mom's sister out by police boat because she's a diabetic, and my granddaughter and I stayed. And I evacuated to Georgia, and from Georgia I contacted James Brown. He sent a limousine to pick me up. I was a refugee riding in a limousine. Then from there I contacted Little Richard, and I flew around to contact my musicians to tell them where to go get help and make sure their families was okay. And after that I decided to say, well, it's time to go home and clean your house up. But I lost all my cars and everything in the water. So I went online. By then I was in North Carolina. And I went online and I found a hearse, a 91 Cadillac hearse. And because so many people gave me a lot of things to come back home with, because the mayor said arm yourself with cleaning supplies because everything was down. So I came back with pressure washer, hose pipes, you name it. And I loaded up in my hearse, a 91 Cadillac hearse, and I drove it 100 miles. Passing the state troopers, and they thought I had a body in it, but I got home safely. When I got here, the National Guard said you can't come in, and I said, well, I don't want to go down there, but I was called to come down there for a pickup. So he said, you have identification? And I said, well, yeah, you know. He said, well, let me see it. So I had to think of another lie to tell him. So I said, well, you know what? Let me open those back doors. That's where my purse is. He said, no, ma'am. That's okay, you got them through. And I've been down here ever since. So if you come to my lounge and you see a hearse parked in front, that's my truck, okay? That's my transportation I get around, and I love it, okay? But as again, please, thank you all so much. And this is coming from me, but I know this is coming from all New Orleans, and especially our musicians. We have good music down here, and we're still trying to get a lot of our musicians back home. But with the help of you all, we will get them back home. So thanks again, okay? And love you all.